let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be.
Hi, welcome to the first show of Kimi Sung and Kids. I'm Kimi Sung, and I'm sitting here today with kids throughout the New York tri-state area. The name of today's show is Spelling Bees Are Fun, and I am going to introduce all of these lovely children here who range from the age of 5 through 12. We'll start off with Cassius Naylor from Manhattan. He's sitting down there in the audience. You can feel free to applaud. We also have Erica Mendez from Brooklyn, New York. She's a 5th grader. We have Kimberly Perez from Brooklyn, New York. She's a 6th grader. We have Xavier George, also here from Brooklyn, and he's in kindergarten. We have Andre Stradone and his twin brother Michael Stradone, and they're both from the Bronx, and they are in the 2nd grade. There's Christopher Carrington from Corona, New York. He's a 4th grader. And his sister, Nicole Carrington, also from Corona. She is in the 1st grade this year, right? We have Taj Doumbia. He is from Harlem, and he is going into the 2nd grade. Olivia McGill from Manhattan. She's in the 2nd grade as well. And here to help me out today is Mia Hurd. She's a teenager. She's in junior high school. She's here to help us out today. I'd like to welcome all the parents and friends in the audience. Thank you so much for coming and sharing our premiere show with us. Now, what I'd like to first do is give you an idea of, how some of the kids here in the New York tri-state area feel about living in New York, being in school here, and what their hopes are for their school year, what they plan to achieve, what are their favorite subjects. So why don't we get started now with Kimberly. Kimberly, tell me, what's the name of your school?
IS 318.
What's the name of the school? Tell the audience.
IS 318.
And what's your favorite subject?
Spelling.
Spelling, really? And why is that?
Because it's just fun to do, so you can learn new words.
Yeah, okay. And do you have a lot of friends at school?
Yeah, from my old school, I do.
Really? So, what do you plan on learning? Are there any new things that you would like to learn that maybe your teacher is watching and can take note of that you would specifically like to learn this year?
Just more math.
More math? Oh, so you like math?
I don't like it that much, but I have to learn it.
You have to learn it, so you want more focus on that.
Kind of.
Okay, now, Kimberly Perez's teacher, take note of that. All right. Erica, how are you?
Fine.
Yes. And what's the name of your school?
PS 84.
PS 84. Oh, let the audience see your lovely face. Okay. So what's your favorite subject? You can hold the mic. What's your favorite subject?
Math and reading.
Math and reading. That's really good. I hope Chancellor Rudy Crew is listening to this, because they're really focusing on kids working on their reading and math here in New York. So let the audience see you. So do you have a favorite book? No, it's not a favorite book or author that you like. Think about it. No, just anything. You just like to pick up anything and read? That's good. That's what I told my son. When you're able to read, you can pick up anything and just read it. That's good. So is Kimberly a good friend of yours? You two came here together, right? How long have you two known each other?
For a long time.
Like what, since you were babies?
Kind of.
Ah, that's similar to Cassius and Olivia. Cassius and Olivia have known each other for a long time, right, Olivia? And what's the name of your school?
Midtown West.
What's the name of your school?
Midtown West.
Ah, and where's that located? Isn't that on 48th Street?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you live near there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your teacher's name?
Yolene.
Ah, you like her?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Cassius has something to say. Hi,
I
Cassius.
don't.
How are
I just
you?
said you know that.
She knows what?
You know that she's in the last class.
Oh, I knew that? Did I? Oh,
You did know that.
Turn around and let the audience see who this person is talking to me. Look.
No.
No. And Cassius,
Why?
what grade are you in now?
You know.
Is it first grade?
You know.
Yes. This is my son. He's in the first grade, and he also attends Midtown West School. So what's your favorite subject at Midtown West? What do you like to do?
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. And why do you like dodgeball?
I don't know.
You don't know. There must be a reason why you like dodgeball.
I don't know.
You like playing with your friends?
Yes.
Yeah. Cassius, do me a big favor.
What?
Turn around for me. Turn your body around. Okay, good. Well, thank you. And Olivia, what's your favorite subject?
Tennis.
Tennis.
And art.
And art. Oh, and what kind of things do you like to draw?
Like I like to paint
Mhm.
stuff, and I like animals and make my own things, like make up a new animal or.
Really? Invent your own animals? That's incredible. And what is it that you would particularly like to study, have your teacher focus on this year in school?
Writing.
Writing. You like writing stories?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
To go to the bathroom.
Okay. Nia. Nia's our escort, and she will escort Cassius from the stage. Thank you. Okay, let's continue on. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
Yes. And so you're in the second grade?
Yeah.
You and your brother. Hi, Andre.
Hi.
And are you two in the same class?
No.
No. Have you two ever been in the same class?
No.
No. Your mommy makes sure of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it that way, not being in the same class?
Yeah.
And why is that? Andre, why?
But I just like it to be separate.
Separate so you can have your own identity? Yeah. But everybody, do the kids give you the nickname twin or something? Because I know when I was growing up and we knew twins, we called them twin or something like that. Do they say that to you?
Yeah.
Oh, they say it to you?
Yeah.
What do they say? Like, oh, there's you. Every time you're walking, there's your twin brother?
Yeah.
Does that annoy you? And what are your favorite subjects?
Math and basketball.
Basketball. Oh, so you watch the NBA games? And who's your favorite basketball player?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he's mine too. We all agree on that. And so do you like playing point guard? That's what he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're good? Are you in a basketball league or anything?
No.
No, yeah. Cassius attends basketball league. There's lots here, so maybe, you can get involved in one, and maybe one day, we'll see you in the NBA or something, so keep it up. Okay? Is there anything that you'd like to inform your teacher of that you would like to, work on this year?
Reading.
Reading. That's really good that everyone really wants to work on their reading. That's very good. Do you have any favorite books that you like?
No.
No, you just want to improve on your reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how about you?
Yeah.
Reading also? Anything else?
No.
No? So you like your teachers so far?
Yeah.
So far, so good? Great. Okay. Christopher, how are you?
Good.
Yeah. And you attend Midtown West also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what grade are you in again? I said it.
Fourth.
Right. So how's school for you?
Good.
It is? In what way is it good?
We do a lot of reading
Mm-hmm.
and we do art.
And you do art. Do you do art with the same teacher, or is there an art teacher?
Same teacher,
Really? And what's your teacher's name?
Kristen.
Kristen. And so, what do you like about art?
I like painting.
You do? Oh, painting what type of pictures?
Anything.
Anything at all. You just like doing it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great because, we're planning on having a show that's going to publicize young artists such as yourselves. So great. You all will be back here, I'm sure. Wonderful. So is there any friends that you'd like to say hi to at Midtown West?
Matthew, Danielle, and Jeff.
Wave to them. Wave into camera. Okay, Nicole, hi. So your brother just spoke. So he's a good artist?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about you?
Me too.
Yeah. And what's your teacher's name?
Lisa.
Lisa. And what kind of things is she teaching you so far?
Like art and reading.
And reading. So there's a lot of art and reading going on, huh? And how are you doing?
Fine.
Yeah. So you think this year is going to be a great year for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you write stories as well?
I did that last year.
Oh, that was last year. So you think you're going to be working on some writing this year?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything in particular that you like that you did last year? I know your school has clubs and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of clubs are you going to be involved in this year?
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo! Oh, boy! Why Taekwondo? A girl has to protect herself?
Yeah.
Okay. From her big brother? All right. You hear that, Christopher? Great. And yes. Sure. Come on up here, Cassius. Okay. Taj, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, I haven't seen you in a very long time.
Yeah.
How's school?
Fine.
Really? And what's your teacher's name this year?
Miss Donahue.
Miss who?
Miss Donahue.
Donahue. Oh. And how's it going?
Fine.
Yes. Have you gotten homework yet?
Nope.
All right. Do you think you're going to get it next week?
I don't know.
You don't know. You hope so?
Yeah.
You do. You hear that, Mom? So what you going to do? As soon as you get home after school, you're just going to tear into your homework?
No.
No. What you going to do first?
First, I'm gonna change my clothes, watch TV.
Watch TV. Okay.
And then, when my mom's come home, she makes me dinner. And then, I watch TV again, and I go to bed.
But what about that homework? I asked you when you were going to squeeze that in.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure after you saying this, Mom is going to work that out. So you will know. And so what school do you go to?
Holy Cross School.
Holy Cross. The Catholic school.
What was that
It's a
again?
Catholic school. I think it is. It is Roman Catholic. And do you attend, do they bring you into the church area ever? Do you have religion class? Or it's not required?
It's not a required, but I have a church, a school church, and a other church.
And your church you go to with your mom and family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You like church?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, did you cut a shot over to Mom? Is that what you did? Where's Mom? Let's get a shot of Mom. He looks like his mother. Hi.
Mommy.
And you have a sister?
Yes.
You really? Oh, Cassius wants to conduct the mic. Go ahead, Cassius. So you have a sister. What's her name?
Shalayla.
Shalayla. And does she attend your school?
No. She goes to high school.
High school. So she could help you with your homework, right?
I don't have homework.
Well, you will. You will. You're in second grade, right? You're going to have plenty of it. Believe me. Okay, well, thank you. Let me move down to George, okay? All right. Hi, George. You know what? Kimberly, can we move over and let George come up here? Xavier George, excuse me. Your last name is George, right? Okay. How are you?
Fine.
Yeah. And turn around this way. So, you're in kindergarten or first grade?
First grade.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I think I introduced you and said kindergarten. Excuse me. Well, you look up now, right?
Yes.
So, what do you like about school?
I look like karate
Uh-huh.
and reading.
Reading. This is really good. This is very good to hear. How about, do you like spelling words?
Spelling words.
Yeah.
And I can do it.
But you can read, so you can spell some words. Yeah. So, what's the name of your school?
Karate.
No, your school that you go to, that you're in first grade at. Is it a public school or is it private? You know?
Public
It's a
school.
public school. Okay. And what's your teacher's name? Now, you just got back from Panama, right? Yeah. How was Panama?
It was good.
Really? I mean, was there anything that you experienced there that you feel you'll never experience here? That you feel you'll never experience here?
Yes. I play with my friends outside.
Now, is it that you played with friends that are there that you don't have here, or is it that you had more room to play outside?
I have a ball. It's getting little.
Yeah.
Yes. I was kicking it up and it's getting little. My ball.
That's an interesting ball. So what are some of your friends' names in Panama?
Ian Sing y Greta.
So you probably go back and visit them each year, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, great. Well, maybe one day you can come on and, tell everybody all about Panama, okay?
In October, I go to Panama.
You're going again in October?
Yes, in Disney World.
Disney World. How many kids here have been to Disney World? Oh, well, you're going to get there, Taj.
Mom?
And how about Ride Playland? How many kids have been to Ride Playland? And how many have been to Great Adventure, Six Flags Great Adventure?
I'm going to Six Flags. It's the only things I've been with, too.
Oh, you get around, huh? You haven't been there, will you? You're going?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know.
In Disneyland. You like Disneyland, huh? You like Disneyland? Yeah. Okay. How many children have traveled out of the New York area? Been to other states in the U.S.? Olivia, you're not raising your hand. I know you've been out of the state. Don't you? Isn't there somewhere you go every summer, Olivia? And where is that?
Ohio.
And why don't you tell us a little about your visits? Who do you go visit there?
My aunts and my uncles and my cousins and my grandma.
And what are some of the things you do?
I have fun.
You have fun? Doing what? Do you have a bicycle there?
Yes.
And do you ride your bicycle?
Yeah, and my aunt has 3 cats, and I like to play with them too.
Oh, and what are the cats' names?
Brittany, Bridget, and Haley.
And Haley, very nice.
They're all girls.
They're all good. Yeah, I thought so by those names. Does anyone here have cats or dogs or other kinds of pets? You do, Kimberly? What kind of pets do you
I have an iguana.
An iguana? What's your iguana's name?
Liz.
Liz. A girl iguana. Wow. Were you scared? Were you scared when you first, got the iguana?
No.
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 Wow. And how old is the iguana?
I don't know. I got her over the summer.
Really? Now, I've seen some people walking around the streets with iguanas. Have you all seen that? Yeah, and they like crawl on your shoulders and everything. How does that feel?
Is this like little things popping in your shirt or something?
Oh, well, you're bold. That's great. Anyone else have pets? What kind of pet do you have, Xavier?
Dogs.
Dogs. How many?
2.
2. And what are their names?
Fifi
Fifi.
y Negro.
Y Negro. Nice. And how are they? Big? Are they small? What kind of dogs are they?
They're small and they're big.
They're-
Negro, he's bad.
He's bad.
Yes, and Fifi's good.
Oh, why is the Negro bad and, well, Fifi's, okay, she's good, but what makes a Negro bad?
The medicine.
Oh, he has to take some medicine? Really? What is he taking medicine for?
For eat it because he don't like the medicine. He was throw the medicine outside.
Oh, okay. So that's why he's bad, because he's not taking his medicine.
Fifi, he like the medicine.
Oh, okay. Does anyone else have pets? Cassius? Do you have a pet? Only a cat? What's your cat's name?
Casey,
Casey. You like her?
she's mean.
Oh, why is Casey mean?
She scratches too much.
Yeah.
And she puts the hair all over the house.
But she's sweet, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Now, has anyone traveled out of the country? Who's traveled out of the country? Raise your hand. Olivia, have you traveled out of the country? You haven't traveled out of the country. Uh-huh. Where have you traveled, Kimberly?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Do you have family there? You just went? Really? Who lives there?
A lot of people. My grandfather, my aunts, uncles, cousins, a lot of people.
And do you like it there? What are some of the things you see there that you don't feel you'll ever see here?
That the mall is close to my aunt's house, and it's always hot there. You could go outside and stuff like that.
Okay. A lot of animals?
Yes.
What types of animals?
I don't know, like frogs and horses and stuff like that.
Well, there's frogs and horses and stuff like that here, right? But
A lot of horses loose in stables and stuff. You could go and see them.
oh, that's very nice, very nice. And where have you traveled, Andre and Michael?
Trinidad.
Trinidad. Ah, do you have family there? You just went on vacation?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Aunts and grandmothers,
Oh.
grandfathers.
And how many times have you gone?
One.
Once. So you're going back again soon, maybe?
Yeah.
You liked it there?
Yeah.
Did you go to the beach a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Anyone else has traveled? We know you traveled to Panama, right? And anyone else? Where have you gone, Erica?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, too. You have family there as well? Yeah. And so how many times have you gone so far? Because you're what, 10? You're 9. Okay. How many times have you gone? Lots of times? You went last year? And who did you go with?
Sisters.
And your sister, isn't your sister here? Where's your sister? Point her out. Oh, hi. What's your sister's name?
Cynthia.
Say it again.
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. And now, Olivia, isn't your father from another country?
He's from Ireland.
And have you been there?
Yes, 2 times.
You were woo, I'm going to fall. You were holding out on us, huh? You like Ireland?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you speak like your dad? Like the Irish folk? Do a little something.
How are you doing, my lads?
Say that again and a little louder.
How are you doing, my lads?
Can anyone else, like, speak with any accents or people from other countries or something? Anyone want to try? Go ahead.
How you doing, dude?
And who's that? Where's that from?
Soyla.
And who is that a person?
Soyla.
Soyla.
Yes. She speaks a lot of Spanish and a lot of English.
And a lot of English. Great. And how about you, Kimberly?
I could talk Spanish.
Speak some Spanish.
¿Cómo están ustedes?
And what does that mean?
How are you doing?
How are you doing? And can you say something else?
Yeah, a lot of things I could say.
Like, say how you feel about being here right now. Say it in Spanish, and then let us know what it means.
Yo me siento bien, pero nerviosa. That means I feel good, but a little nervous.
Okay. Can anyone else speak Spanish? And you? Okay, let's start with Taj. Taj, say something in Spanish for us.
I'm going to say,
Well, first say it in Spanish, and then tell us what it was.
okay. Abuelito Hanya. That means I'm very, very shy.
Oh. Anyone else want to say something in Spanish? Go ahead.
I tell la bestia.
And what does that mean?
What happened?
We're happy? What happened? Okay. Well, great. Yes. You'd like to say something, Erica? Okay.
Wait. Yo tengo muchos hermanos. I think I said it wrong. It means that I have a lot of sisters.
Say that again.
That I have a lot of sisters.
That you have a lot of sisters. How many sisters? Two? That's a lot. Too many. Okay. Well, you know what? I wanted to explain something to you all. When I grew up here in New York, and I grew up in Harlem, and I went to a school called the Harriet Tubman School. Yeah. And Harriet Tubman was a slave who she ran away and she freed herself through traveling via the underground railroads into Canada. And she came back many, 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 many times to free other slaves here from the South, America's South, where a lot of African people were brought over and enslaved. And she freed a lot of slaves and took them to Canada with her. So that was the school I went to. I learned a lot about her and a lot of historical people. And I really liked the school, and particularly because we took art and music and dance and all those fun things. But I remember my teachers would always have spelling bees in the classroom. And I used to love it. It was so, I looked forward to it each week. And we'd stand up, those of us who were participating in it, and we'd stand up and the teacher would say different words and we'd have to say them and spell them. And, you know, she'd give each of us a little prize, or sometimes it was really just the fact that we did it and we did something together and it was enjoyable. And some of my friends went on and joined like National Spelling Bees and things like that. Have you all heard about the National Spelling Bee? Yeah? Do you plan to at some point as you get bigger to take part in it?
I have been in a spelling bee before.
Oh, you have? Great. And how many kids were in it with you?
Like about 20 something.
20. And was it, I mean, did they have one winner, two winners, or? One winner.
Actually two girls.
Great. So what was the experience like for you?
It was good, but you feel nervous when you see all those people competing with you.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, were you happy that you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else here participated in a spelling bee in their classroom or something? No? Do you all maybe we can do that today? Like maybe we can show our studio audience and our television audience what it's like to take part in a spelling bee. Like I can ask you all a couple of, throw out a couple of words to each of you and you say it and you see what it feels like, and maybe, you'll go back to school and ask your teachers to organize spelling bees in your classroom or something. Would you like to do that? Everyone, don't speak at once. Yeah. Raise your hand if you'd like to put on a spelling bee with me for our TV audience. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Come on. Come on, Michael. What about you, Cassius? And Olivia? Okay, so Xavier? No. All right. So we have how many? Raise your hands so I could see. One. How many, Cassius? You count them.
5, 6.
Okay. You sure it's 6?
Yeah.
Count again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break and we're going to get set and put on a spelling bee for you, and then we'll talk about it briefly afterwards and find out exactly what the kids think of being involved in a spelling bee, and maybe those of you out there will take an interest in it and want to join spelling bees yourself, okay? So thank you, and we'll be back in a few moments. Bye. Wait.